Ну что ж, всем привет. Я вот решил записать Геншин, хотел сказать, Honkai записать. Решил уж, хоть если честно, мне не очень хочется записывать Honkai, потому что есть более типа проработанный сюжет, там больше больше в плане. Ну больше, короче. Но здесь проблема, здесь не как в Геншин, типа ты собрал персонажей как хочешь, так надо, и просто пиздишь мобов на эти. Если что-то ты не так сделал, блядь, не так собрал, то все, ты проебываешь. Та же ситуация была, когда я много раз проходил, блядь, и сколько раз я попыток на боссов там, блядь, делал, сколько мобов пиздил, несколько минут, блядь. И просто из-за этого я как-то не хотел записывать Honkai, сейчас решил записать. Проще говоря, если я не смогу в каком-то моменте, блядь, пройти там моба какого-нибудь жирного или босса, то я просто это записывать не буду. Ну, блядь, кому это нравится, блядь, смотреть, сука, по несколько часов пить одного моба босса, как в тот раз я, блядь, пил с этим роботом, как его зовут. Так что если я не приду, то, я просто могу не записывать, скорее всего, Honkai. Так что, да. Нет, я могу просто ставить на паузу и в это время просто отпилить за кадром. Мне это нахуй не надо, просто говорю. Так что давайте уж начнем проходить. Я не знаю, сюжетка это или нет, потому что она фиолетовым, оранжевым цветом выделена, а не желтым. Так что я не знаю, сюжетка это или нет. Ну, короче, ладно, приступим. Так, ссылка, надеюсь, нормально. Так, с кем я поговорить?
Hey, did you hear about our next stop? It's a world called Penacony. I hear it's a beautiful, dreamy
Да, это
place.
сюжетка.
But Pom-Pom said the banquet we were invited to is still a little ways off. Huh? Is that my phone? Must be the group.
И чё в нем? А, понятно. Да ебто, как всегда, тут чатики были гигантские. Ну, как всегда.
That Don Hung. He can't just. Let's go to his room and talk to him.
Так, рынок будущего представления. Или преследования. Предисловие.
Is this a letter?
Блять. Что-то меня эта музыка уже напрягает. Давно не слышал музыку.
Don Hung, Rania just sent all of us a message. Did you see?
Yes, I saw it.
Then why didn't you reply? Ron.
I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood for idle.
Don Hung, I'm the one who should be sorry. I was being too.
No thanks. It's great that Belobog is able to host a celebration. I hope your trip goes.
Okay, rest up. You're not allowed.
I'll be.
He won't budge, huh? Looks like a pity. He's gonna miss out. We never get the chance. Don't get yourself all worked up. If Eurillo 6 is strong enough, if only Himeko could come with. Maybe not. He's still at his age. He might not appreciate. Why don't we go ask Himeko to tag along? You've been on the express for a while now, but you've never.
Так, я, наверное, так сделаю. Музыка орёт, блять. Надеюсь. Нет, я не знаю, орёт она или нет. Я ее почаще сделаю. Как же.
Hey, March. That's a big smile on your face. What's...
Himeko! There's a celebration coming up on Eurillo 6. Organizer Hung won't be going anywhere for a while. Considering how you helped us out with Cocolia, I'm sure...
So that... Thanks for the invite, but I'm afraid my hands are full right now. Please, make the most of the festivities. You've earned it. You two and Don Hung did help save Eurillo...
Navigators really do have their plates full, huh? Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come and find me when you...
Я всегда готов. Ёбаный в рот. Ни хрена себе. Я думал, это...
So, what do you think about my new dress? Pretty neat, right? It's actually not new. I just never had the right occasion to try it on. This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same... let's just pretend I never said anything. As long as...
Чё, курить с тобой, да?
Pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That should be everything. Wow, that was fast. Don't you have any... Other people might fall for that, but I won't. I was just taking a look at Mr. Yang's records, and it seems like Eurillo 6's average temperature has warmed up quite a bit. I wouldn't call it livable just yet, but things are looking up. I'm so happy. Ready to go?
Давай. Давай.
Bellabot?
Galabog. 700 years. It's never too late to pick up the tab.
Очень информативно.
How do people living
Так, теперь музыку можно поменять.
in all this snow celebrate anything? Oh, one thing's for sure, though. Where there's a celebration, there's
Откуда
bound to
мы
be
вышли?
food.
Ну мы...
Right?
Что?
Come on, Bellabog. Don't let me down. Oh, wait a sec. That person over there. That doesn't look like a Silvermane Guard uniform. All in black. Surely they're not... That's what I'd like to know. If they're here to look... there's only one way to find out. Let's go ask. I've always found... Hi. Do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation? Or are you...
Видеться будем, что ли?
Boss, encounter with 2 unknowns. Want me to take them out? Over.
Take us out?
Take them out? Just hang tight for a second.
Это что ли женщина?
Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral Peace Corporation.
I'm here on your list. You'll have to forgive my colleague here. People skills aren't his strong suit.
Phew! You scared the life out of me! We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for... Oh, right. We should probably introduce ourselves. I'm March 7th, a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it? And this is my friend and fellow
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I didn't expect to run into two nameless here. I heard that Eurilo 6 only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the Trailblazers. Surely, you two aren't...
Huh? Jeez, can you be a little more humble?
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day, huh, Numby?
Wow, Miss Topaz. You're really young for an IPC executive. That's...
More good luck, I suppose. But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side of the galaxy to the other. Going wherever...
Huh. Your job sounds pretty similar to the express cruise. Aside from the business. Oh, Branya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's already opened talk.
These talks aren't exactly what you might expect. But I have to agree. The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. Miss March, you said you were on your way to Belobog festivities, right?
Don't be sorry. It's not like we're in a rush. Want to come to the city with us? The snowplanes are free.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll manage. It's my first time on this world. I'd like to take it in its vast, iconic... Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information.
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number.
Вообще нормально.
As if anyone would ever believe that.
Вообще не.
You two make a cute pair.
The universe is huge. Yet we somehow stumbled onto this thing. Come on, let's head into the city. Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you sure we're in Belobog?
Ямато точка. Это чё? Ладно.
Now to check out the main event, the food. Hang on a sec. Isn't that Wallace up ahead? Looks like he's finally
Sure.
made some friends. I wonder what they're talking about.
Что делать? Слышь?
Norbert, why don't you tell everyone how you were released from jail selling cultural relics and impersonating Silvermane God?
Well, it was all thanks to my...
Ah, I remember. Your uncle is Minister Noel.
Yes,
You're shameless, Norbert. Not to be rude, but if I...
Do you think I wanted to? I'm not the type of person...
Well, don't...
Get off my back, will you? I had to deal with hardened criminal...
Looks like things are getting heated. Is that Pela? Looks like...
Next, I'll be introducing the history of the museum. Belobog's History and Culture Museum was founded 600 years ago. I'm so hungry. I wish... It was built to memorial... Guess what? I heard there's gonna be a Silvermane adventure camp. Also, those who sacrificed their lives in the war...
Miss Pela, Peter is falling asleep.
Enough. From now on, no whispering aloud. If you don't...
Sorry, Miss Pela.
That's better.
Oh, I never knew Pela had a strict side. about to start singing.
Woo! Thanks, everyone! Hope you're ready for a great show! Let's get Heartbeats will shake me.
Phew. Who'd have thought just taking a stroll could say? I think we should probably pay Branya, or we could go check out some other fun stuff.
Вот босс. Босс тоже вроде, блять, забыл.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day... Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurilo 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Is everything all right, Branya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so... intense.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the IP. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even... Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought... It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Eurilo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they depart, they sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from...
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz...
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after the loan was taken out, the IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, it wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered...
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
And... the interest.
Basta.
The debt owed is an astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read. Before you both arrived,
Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ strong...
I had no idea things were like this. Here I was thinking the IPC had come to rebuild Belobog. Yeah, we have to help Bronya out. The IPC is too big and powerful.
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence throughout the galaxy, the IPC could crush Belobog like... I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the... Now, I must ask you and the Astral Express for help. Do you think you could persuade Topaz...
Have no fear, Bronya. When a friend's in need... Yeah, after all, this guy here is a pretty...
Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so sorry for While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think...
Да, переговорщик еще тот, конечно.
Oh, hey! I just remembered. Topaz gave me her number.
Бля.
We might as well just be direct and ask her where she is.
Так, ну в музей надо. Вроде.
Okay, got it. We better think about what we're gonna say. She might be young, but she is an IPC executive.
Все автоматически телепортирует, как удобно-то. Как удобно. Ох, раньше здесь был ивент прикольный, в принципе. А, вон он, Топаз. Топаз же, да? Да, это ты. Или не ты? Ты, блять, ты. Ты.
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today we've run. Why, of course I will. Meeting friends from the Astral Express is always a moment. What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of sadness. It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image. Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't take my word for it. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure the Nameless have a fault. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but it's...
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about...
Oh? A collaboration between our two...
Not exactly.
Let's walk and talk. This way. Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in the rough.
Miss Topaz, Bronya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Oh. You two are closer than I expected, so how can I help? Not sure in the...
We, help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
Это было бы тупо, наверное.
I see. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I appreciate each case has its difficulties, but if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy... The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions, but Eurillo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. So, oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much.
So you're basically saying the Belabogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life.
I'm not sure it's as poetic as that.
Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Eurillo 6? It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one? I absolutely adore them. Have you guys met Numby yet? Oh, come to think of it, this little guy is on display here, probably.
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go? Branya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye. It's just...
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architect. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different.
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about? But
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle.
This isn't going as planned. What should we...
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies, but...
So, what now? We spent ages trying to convince her and she didn't move an inch. Well, yeah, but she'll... I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is concerned, all these vested interests. So hard to undo any of it. Did someone send you a message?
Oh, okay. А мы должны дать отпор. Ой, пиздец. Что, мне кажется, сейчас будут конфликты.
The IPC are causing trouble in the underworld. Seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Again? I don't think... I guess complaining won't get us anywhere.
Come on! Can't we stay out a little longer?
Zila!
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? I'm not sure how... Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few Wildfire members got minor injuries. For their weapons and automatons are much stronger than any... You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. Hey! Just because you have fancy equipment, what's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine?
A few miners made it out earlier. They looked pretty panicked. They said the whole mine had been... These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know...
We were just talking to her in the museum. Do you think her cronies are
The person you're talking about, are they in charge? Potaz,
Potaz.
whatever her name is, she can wait. Right now, the most important thing is to free those trapped in the Great Mine. Are you two with me?
Потас. Заебись, блять, Потас. Ну ты Потас. Потас, блять. Так, чё у нас битва сейчас будет?
Hey, you two! Cat got your tongue or something? If you knew what was best for
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. How about you... What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! You're the one who was threatening to take us out in the snow! Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to treat us with respect...
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance.
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than I thought.
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC. I went through 17 interviews.
IPC? Interviews? No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Don't mess with me.
Я не помню, как драться. Блять, огня нету. Физикал тоже нету. Сука, ничего нету, ёбаный в рот. Что с копьем делать, чел, вот интересно. Да. Просто писать.
Come on, guard. Hit. I will dispatch you. Your end approaches.
What a headache. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Понятно, что он делает. У меня филок.
You impede me.
Don't mess with me. I'll end your misery. Who's next?
Let me tend your wounds.
That's it? He sure took off quickly.
17 rounds of interviews, and these are the...
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's set off when you're ready.
Буду готов, блять. У меня с персонажа-то не очень-то готовы. Так, я, наверное, профилюсь. Это же вроде хилит, да? Да, хилит. Ну, погнали.
Ready for action? Let's get moving.
Тут еще какой-то этот есть. Ладно. О, этот.
Hello, it's Mr. Svarog, isn't it? And this cute little girl must be...
Hello, miss.
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if you have a guest...
She is not a guest. Neither is she.
И даже не друг.
Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who would have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little...
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPC. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests undefined. Analyzing objectives. Analysis failed. Tell me, Emissary, how do you plan to convince the IPC leadership?
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all... I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons. Enough to crush. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Eurillo 6 has a place in the company. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively...
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed trying to find one. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force if I refuse to cooperate.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr. Sparrow.
Да.
All the miners here huddled together. And
well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived. It's just that instead of a few thugs and broken robots...
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Topaz's little trotter over there?
What? Isn't that thing a fragmentum monster?
The IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so it's not that surprising. Sounds like you two are getting along. What's seriously?
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to leave.
Looks like they want to find their master. Let's follow.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow?
I really don't know anything.
This place is filled with nothing but incompetent.
Those cowards! I guess... What a headache.
Они еще и с этими, блин. Вот сука. Эти вроде лет я не помню. Это не видно. Да, прокачка нужна.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Nice teamwork.
You impede me. Your end approaches. Savor it for me. Fail to set you.
Need a doctor?
So you are afraid of me.
A blade knows no mercy. I will dispatch you.
I told you they were sick.
Uh-huh. Looks like Numpy's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Ой, бля.
Look, that big guy down there.
We'll see who's really in charge.
Ой, я же его не
Where'd
ёбну.
Numpy go?
Wow. For something so short and stubby, they're surprisingly nimble. Well, guess
Это
that's
что, новая
that.
локация? Типа?
We're on our own now. Let's keep going.
Ну я же его не ёбнул, блядь. Персонажи, блядь, прокачаны нормально. Сука.
Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here. Local.
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. You drove the locals out of their homes. I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences. Don't you?
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction. You know Topaz? It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation in cases where debtors fail to repay within the set time frame. The IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think? This world's been hanging by a thread, and now you're here to pull the plug.
Don't blame me. I'm simply...
Save your breath, March. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful? Well, now's the perfect...
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for alternatives. Anyway, since you seem intent on settling this matter with violence, prepare yourselves for my delayed forget.
Блять, мальчик.
Great.
Сука. Ну вот и как мне с ним? У меня ни физического урона нет, блять. Нормально вот. Зимнего тоже. Ну чё мне делать, собственно? Этот призывает их, мне их смысла нет говорится. Какой он жирный, сука. Блять, как его пиздить-то буду?
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Need a doctor?
Lance at the ready.
Защита здесь по сути не поможет.
The fight is set. Savor it for me. Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Time for your prescription!
Don't mess with me.
Мне же нет смысла его убивать, потому что это просто не установит. Что мне делать с ними?
A blade knows no mercy. Fail to set you.
Сейчас проверим, установит он их или нет. Да, восстановить, сука, ну мне вот 1000 лет ездить, сука, ну. Вот поэтому я не хочу записывать его. Блять, моб, сука, живущий, пиздец.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward! That paradise may be unreachable for me. Savor it for me.
Добью я его или нет, интересно. Эти лучше очки понакоплю. Если выживу. Блять, не знаю, что делать.
Unnecessary.
What a headache.
Only a scratch.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Поэтому я не хочу проходить, как повторяюсь. Они слишком, сука, же. Я понимаю, если персонажев нормально прокачать, то ты их будешь играть. Сука, мне просто лень. Геншин хотя бы это легко. Похуй, как собираешь. Но вот тут, блядь, это точно.
Lance ablaze.
Зря это сделал. Ну ладно.
I will dispatch you. Your end approaches.
mess with me. Only a scratch.
Failed to set you. Savor it for me.
Need a doctor?
Unnecessary.
What a headache. Who's next?
Ну его ненадолго в стан откинет.
You impede me.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Let me tend your wounds.
Too little. Failed to set you. A blade, no mercy.
Lance! Forward!
Only a scratch.
That paradise may be savor it for me. Unnecessary.
Who are you people? No.
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you really think you could stop us?
Darn it. I'm all out of ammo.
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz? What the...
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%.
60%? We're done for. Attention all personnel. Evacuate the mine immediately. Erase all traces of it.
So, are we all good here?
Yeah. Judging by the looks, so, who is this Topaz anyway? She seems to have no problem ordering these.
It's a long story.
Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivity?
Oh, looks like we've got a message. I get the feeling Branya's worried about something. Are you coming with us, Zila?
Go on without me. I still have stuff to take care of. The miners need to know Branya messaged you, which means she thinks you can help.
Got it, Zila. We'll do what we can to help. Come on, to Klipos Fort.
These guys don't look pleased to see us.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further, Miss Topaz.
Bellabog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Зашибись.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't sound like...
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. There's just... They're moving quickly. Belobog is crawling with their agents. All the silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued it still. That hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. Look.
Что там? Очень понятно.
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents. And then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life. In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on my home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations in the galaxy. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but my home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration. Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planets 2 years after signing the contract. The dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. When I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my homeworld, and was determined. I am writing to you, Miss Branya, with the genuine... I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, how many generations of Belobogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future Guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision, because of this, I believe that you will make the right...
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
I agree. But it struck me as an honest letter. I found the contents quite moving. It's hard to imagine she'd write. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult... This planet's fate. The civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen. It all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone. That thought has crossed my mind, and it comforts me to hear...
Right! I don't think it's fair for you to carry the weight alone. Why not discuss it with us?
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She wants me to decide. I wanted to put it to a vote, and let all the citizens of both the overworld and the underworld have their say. But with such little, I'll convene the Klapoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts. Yes, we need to move fast.
We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz, but this should be a piece.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the overworld and the underworld, right? Let's start with the overworld.
Так, секундочку, мне надо отлучиться. Так, я вернулся. Давайте я, наверное, сейчас поговорю с 3 жителями. Я так понял, да? Да, жителями. Наверное, закончу, чтоб не было так долго. Поговорим с 3 жителями и отрежу просто еще на несколько часов. Что-то уж не такое было видео долго. Прям, ну, как обычно, 2 часа несколько. Так что поговорю с 3 жителями и закончу. Привет.
We meet again. Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong. Sounds serious. Really? You better not be.
I wish it were made up. And we don't have much time, Pela. Branya wants to get everyone's opinion.
Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision on the spot? Okay. I think if it were up to me, I'd probably agree.
Huh.
I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, and that's assuming no other disasters occur, I care more about those in the present than a future I can't be sure of. If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it any...
I see. So, compared to a distant and... thanks for your input. I'll make a note...
Так, сервал уже, да?
Well, look who we have here! You and March paying us a visit. Uh-oh, sounds like something serious is happening. You'd better... What? How is that possible?
Serval, we're racing against the clock.
It's okay. I've thought it through.
What? Hold on, are you serious? I thought you...
Surprised? My signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents, as for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science and the studying of the stellar...
I see. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of you.
Третий где? Третий у нас тут, да? Этот, наверное, который с сервалом знаком. Да, он же, да?
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black suddenly showed up, and even the Silvermane guards have had trouble dealing with them. You need my opinion? I'm happy to help. So that's who they are. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure.
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden.
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place with this sort of coercion. We must resist them with all our... You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall in...
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dunn. Thanks for your input. I'll make a... Did we miss anyone in the overworld? I think from what I've gathered, It seems like most people in the over... We'd better...
Так, ну давайте уже закончим на этом. Я, скорее всего, следующее не буду приветствовать, сразу начнем с этого места, без приветствия. Так что увидимся в следующем отрезке.